Russia will be completely disconnected from global internet. The talks between Russia and Ukraine did happen this Monday. Russia has three main requirements from this war. Russia is now the most sanctioned country in the world. The residents of European Ukraine are trying to leave the city. What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and this is your 11th day update on Russian-Ukrainian war. This is the picture from Kharkiv, Ukraine. A third round of talks between Russia and Ukraine happened earlier this Monday, and this is the video of Russian delegation arriving to negotiations. And this is the way the delegation of Ukraine arrived to negotiations. The cost of insuring against Russia default, which is known as credit default swap, has increased dramatically. This is the exchange rate between the US dollar and Russian ruble, and as you can see, it went up from approximately 80 rubles per dollar to all the way more than 170 rubles. This is how some European countries rely on Russian gas. This is how library in Kharkiv, Ukraine looks like. Artillery strikes are spotted not that far from Kiev, Ukraine. The talks between Russia and Ukraine did happen this Monday, and it's just a picture from negotiations. The representative of Ukrainian delegation, Mikhailo Podolyak, said that unfortunately there was no significant progress after the talks. The only one good thing from negotiations that countries were able to achieve is to improve humanitarian corridors. And if you want to continue receiving such daily updates, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends. Thanks so much, and let's continue. In Zhytomyr, Ukraine, an oil base was caught on fire. One of the biggest Russian propagandist YouTube channel, Solovyov Life, was banned on YouTube. According to Market Rebellion, which is financial services company, Russia will be completely disconnected from global internet on March 11th. The European Commission representatives are talking today about how they can reduce their dependency on Russian fossil fuels. In Jerusalem, Israel, there was a pub called Putin Pub. However, due to recent events, the owners changed its name to Zelensky Bar, though some people say it's fake, and at this very moment the bar is nameless. Procter & Gamble has suspended its investments and marketing on the territory of Russia, and it will not sell anything else except products of the basic needs. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmitry Kuleba, says that Ukraine wants direct negotiations between Zelensky and Putin. Besides stores, Ukrainian Marauders in Kharkiv are also now targeting residential apartments. The Hague Court of Justice will start hearing the Ukrainian complaints about Russia today. This is the video of destroyed kindergarten in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Marauders in Ukraine are still being caught, detained and humiliated. This is how trains with refugees from Odessa look like. Major audit companies such as PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young, KPMG and Deloitte have left the Russian market. However, Ernst & Young mentioned that it will only stop doing business with the Russian government. Russia is now the most sanctioned country in the world. These are some of the companies that still continue doing business with Russia. Feel free to pause this video if you want to go through the list. The residents of European Ukraine are trying to leave the city. Coinbase blocks 25,000 Russian-linked crypto accounts because of allegedly illicit activities. Even though just a couple of days ago Coinbase said that it will not ban Russian accounts unless they are forced to do so. Russian forces next to Kiev are on standby. There are anti-war protests all over Ukraine. These are the consequences of airstrikes in the city of Sumy, Ukraine. Akhtirka, Ukraine, more consequences of airstrikes. Yanukovych, pro-Russian ex-president of Ukraine, says to Zelensky that you're the only one who can stop the war. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmitry Kuleba, says that his meeting with Sergei Lavrov, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, is planned to happen on March 10. Ukrainian soldier was spotted earlier today bringing Molotov cocktail on children's playground just to take pictures of it. More cars with Russian license plates in Germany are being vandalized. Dmitry Peskov, the press secretary of the Russian President Vladimir Putin, says that Russia has three main requirements from this war. First of all is the demilitarization of Ukraine. Second, Ukraine must not join NATO. And third, Ukraine must acknowledge Crimea as a part of Russian territory, as well as Lugansk and Donetsk to be acknowledged as independent republics. According to the United Nations, more than 1.7 million Ukrainians have fled the country. Russian Community Center in Vancouver, Canada was vandalized. There are protests against Russian military in Kherson, Ukraine. The head of the European Commission says that Ukrainian application to join the European Union will be reviewed as soon as possible. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson, says that UK will not make it easier for Ukrainians to obtain its visas. And at the same time, Boris Johnson says that he approves financial support to Ukraine worth of 175 million pounds. More soldiers from Chechnya are ready to join the war. Leonardo DiCaprio has donated $10 million to Ukraine. This is the current state of war between Russia and Ukraine. There are anti-war protests supporting Ukraine in Kazakhstan. The World Bank approves financial support to Ukraine worth of $723 million. The Apple event, where they present new Apple gadgets that will happen this Tuesday, March 8th, will not be available to be seen from the territory of Russia. Thank you so much for your support, stay safe, and until next time.